Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi Note 7 Pro. By the way guys, in this video I'll be just talking about tips and tricks. If you want to know about all the features offered by this phone, check out my video on best features, link will be in the description. By the way, if you're also interested in these wallpapers, link for that is also in the description. So definitely check them out. Now with that said, the first thing that I want to show you on this phone are the full screen gestures. Now if you're a fan of the iPhone gestures and if you want something like that, even the Redmi phone offers it, and to enable that, go to settings and then select full screen display. Now select full screen gestures. Now once you do that, make sure you enable this particular toggle. Now once you're done, you can swipe up to go home, swipe and hold for recent tabs, and you can swipe left or right from the edges to go back. Now if you enable this particular toggle, that's go back to previous app, you can swipe and hold to switch the current application with the previous application. So right now we have settings as our primary application, and behind that or the previous application is Google Play Store. So if I want to switch to settings, I can simply swipe and hold and we can go back to settings. Now to switch to the previous app once again, we can do it. You can swipe and hold on the left side or right side. So these are the full screen gestures, and right now Xiaomi phones or the MIUI has the best out of all. Now the only con with these gestures, we can't trigger Google Assistant. So if you want a shortcut to trigger Google Assistant, this is what you need to do. Go to additional settings, then select button and gesture shortcuts, then scroll down and enable this toggle. Now once you do that, you can use your power button to trigger Google Assistant. So simply press and hold for half a second to trigger Google Assistant. How is the weather?
Right now in Hyderabad it's 37 and mostly sunny.
And
Today it'll be clear with cloudy.
And it'll give you the results. If you hold and press the power button for 3 seconds, you'll get the power options, that's to power off and reboot. And finally, you can press and hold the power button indefinitely to restart the phone. Now let's look at some camera shortcuts and camera features. Now this is the camera interface. Now this phone has a 48 megapixel rear camera, but right out of the box by default it takes pictures in 12 megapixel. So if you want to take 48 megapixel in auto mode, you need to do this. Just click that menu button or extra options and click 48 megapixel. Now once you do that, you will be able to take pictures in 48 megapixel. So picture size should be pretty big and the capturing speeds are kind of slow. So that's 48 megapixel. Next we also have Google Lens. So if you want to search for anything by using your camera application, simply select Google Lens and point at that object and click it, and Google will try to find that product in their search results. So that's a Lamborghini, and we also got some results. Going on, next we have a dedicated night mode. So if you want to take better pictures in low lighting conditions, switch to night mode and try to take pictures. You will definitely get better results. Now for some more tips, if you don't want to see these watermarks, to disable them you need to go to settings and disable this toggle. And next we have something called fingerprint shutter. So once you enable it, you can take pictures using fingerprint scanner. So there we go. So now to take a picture, I can simply touch the fingerprint scanner and your phone will take a picture. You need to touch and hold for it to take a picture. We can also start and stop video recording by using the fingerprint scanner. Just touch to start and touch again to stop. Now that's definitely a pretty handy gesture. Now going on next, if you want to disable all the camera sounds, this is what you need to do. Go to camera settings and disable this toggle, and once you do that, you won't see camera shutter sounds and other sounds from the camera application. Now going on next, I'll show you how to use split screen mode on this phone. So let me just revert back to navigation bar. For that, let's go to full screen display and select buttons. Now normally whenever you press and hold the recent tabs button, split screen mode should turn on, but that's disabled by default. So if you want to open split screen mode by long pressing this recent tabs button, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select additional settings, then select buttons, then select open split screen, then select long press menu button. Now once you do that, you can simply press and hold this button to open the current application in a split screen mode. Once you're done, you can open the secondary application from the list below, or else you can go to the home screen and then select the secondary application from here. Now if you try to open any application like say phone dialer, it'll open up in a full screen mode. So even though split screen mode has been around for a long time, all the applications do not support it. So to fix that, this is what you need to do. First we need to enable developer options. So to do that, go to settings, then select about phone. Now click MIUI version 7 times. Once you do that, developer options will be enabled. Now go back a step, scroll to the bottom, select additional settings, scroll to the bottom, select developer options. Now once again scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable. Once you do that, you will be able to use all applications in the split screen mode. Next, if you want to change the display sleep time of your phone, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select lock screen settings, and then select sleep. Now from this place, you can change your display sleep time settings. Now usually it should be in display settings, but for some reason on this phone or all the Xiaomi phones, you can find this option in lock screen settings. Now going on next, in the recent apps page, if you want to display the RAM usage, that's the memory status, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select home screen and shortcuts, or home screen and recents, and then enable this toggle. Now once you do that, you will be able to see memory usage or memory status in the recent apps page. Next, I'll show you how to remove or block advertisements in Xiaomi applications. Let's say you're using any application, whether it's a regular file manager application or a downloading app. If you want to disable or stop ads from that application, you just need to go to settings and disable a toggle called recommendations. Now as you can see, we can't find it in settings, but if you go to about, it's hidden over here. Similarly, you can find that setting in almost all the applications. So let me just try to show you some more. This is the downloads application, and even in this application we have recommendations, so just disable that. So if there is any application that's showing us any kind of advertisements, just disable recommendations. It should stop those applications from generating any ads. Or else whenever you see any advertisement in the notification area, just press and hold, then select more settings and block all the notifications from that application. That's one easy way to do it. Now going on next, this phone also has something called Game Booster. So to select that or to enter those settings, you need to open the security application and then select Game Speed Boost. So this is how the interface looks like. From here you can add all your games, and if you go to settings, you can do some pretty cool stuff like clearing cache whenever you try to open any game, restrict background usage, and enable do not disturb mode, turn off buttons, and so on. Now let me just try to open a game. Now whenever you open any game that's listed in the Game Booster, you will see a button on the top left corner or the top right corner like this. Just click it to get additional options. So from here you can either start video recording, or else you can take a screenshot. There you go. Next we have the options for speed boost, that's clearing all the applications in the memory, and then we can also block banner notifications. So all this just improves your gaming experience. Now going on next, I'll show you how you can change your default launcher, default messaging application, and so on. Now this is the default launcher on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, and if you want to have an app drawer, or if you want the Poco launcher, you can install it from the Google Play Store. Just search for Poco launcher and install it. And if you want to set the Poco launcher as your default launcher, this is what you need to do. Go to settings and then select home screen. From here select default launcher. From here you can select Poco launcher as your default launcher. So from now on, whenever you press the home button, you'll directly go to the Poco launcher. Now in the same way, if you want to change your default browser, default SMS application, and so on, this is what you can do. Just go to settings, then select installed apps. From here select menu, then select default apps. And from this page, you can change your default browser, camera application, gallery, music player, and so on. Next, I'll show you how to take a screenshot. For that, you need to press the volume down and power button both at the same time. Now that's the most easiest way to do it, and it works on all the Android phones. Now if that's a bit difficult for you, you can also use the toggle. Just scroll down and click this toggle to take a screenshot. Now if you want something more easy, we also have a 3-finger gesture. To enable that, go to settings, then select additional settings, then select buttons. From here select take a screenshot. Now from here select the first option. Now this feature is enabled by default. So if you want to take a screenshot, simply swipe down using 3 fingers and your phone will take a screenshot. So it's super convenient and super handy. Next, if you want to take a longer screenshot, first you need to take a regular screenshot. You can either use the buttons or the toggle or even the gesture. I'll just go with the gesture, and once you do that, click here and then select scroll. Once you do that, the page will be automatically scrolled and you will get a longer screenshot. For some reason that didn't work out really well. So let's try it once again. Just take a screenshot, then click this preview, then click scroll. And now as you can see, the page is being scrolled and you will get a longer screenshot. If you're done in between, just click the done button over here to stop the scrolling. So here we go, this is the long screenshot. Now for some more shortcuts, if you want to open camera application from anywhere very quickly, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select additional settings, then select buttons, and now select launch camera. Select as double press the power button. Now once you do that, you can press the power button twice to open the camera application. There we go. Now let's give it a try. So that's the camera application once again. Now let me just lock the phone. Now I can click the power button twice to open the camera application. So that's a very quick shortcut. Now going on next, if you want to use two SIMs with 4G, this is what you need to do. First insert the SIMs, obviously. Then go to settings, then select SIM card and mobile network. From here, make sure you enable dual 4G. So if this toggle is not enabled, only one SIM will be in 4G and other SIM will be in 2G or 3G. So once you enable this toggle, two SIMs can be used in 4G and even VoLTE. Now going on next, if you want to record all the calls automatically on your phone, open the phone dialer, then click this button, then select call recording. Now once you enable this toggle, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. Now if you take a step back, we have something called incoming call settings, which give you some pretty cool features. First we have flip to silence ringer. So once you enable this feature, every time you get a call, you can simply flip your phone to silence the caller. Next we have quiet ringer when lifted. Let's say your phone is on a flat surface and it's ringing. Once you pick it up, ringer gets silenced automatically. Once again, a super handy feature. Next we have increased ring volume. Now once you enable this feature, ringtone volume will increase gradually. I'll talk all about this in the best features videos, so check that video for more information, but definitely try out all these features. Now going on next, if you want to display battery percentage and the network usage on the status bar, like on my phone, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select status bar or notifications and status bar. From here, enable this toggle to display the connection speed and select battery indicator and select percentage to display the battery percentage inside the battery icon on the status bar. Next we have a very important feature called Wi-Fi Assistant. So to enable that, go to Wi-Fi settings, then select additional settings and enable Wi-Fi Assistant. Now this is enabled by default and it automatically switches your Wi-Fi connections depending upon the connection speed and connection strength. If for some reason if your Wi-Fi network is not working and mobile data is turned on, it will automatically switch to mobile data, which happens a lot with me. Next we have a feature called traffic mode. Now once you enable this feature and select extreme mode, only the current application will have priority over your internet. Now let's say if you're playing PUBG and if you want the best experience and you don't want any kind of lag because of other applications, just enable this feature and select extreme mode. Then the current application will have top priority for internet access. Now finally guys, if you're someone who loves to use face unlock feature, you need to definitely enable double tap to wake and raise to wake features. So let me just show you those features. Just go to display settings and enable double tap to wake. Now once you do that, you can double tap the screen to wake it up, and once it sees your face, it automatically unlocks. Next you also have raise to wake feature, so just enable it. Now you can raise your phone to wake it up, and once again when it sees your face, it automatically unlocks. So guys, these are all the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi Note 7 Pro. If I missed out on anything, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features, link will be in the description. Now if you're planning to buy this phone, please use the link in the description, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.